opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to our second night of devotion. Officiating tonight is our Paramarcharya, and I want to acknowledge his divine presence along with our revered Pandits being present this evening. Pandit Chandradev ji, who would have conducted our puja. We have Pandit Umadat ji. We have our wonderful Kirtan Mandali, who would have been singing very beautifully earlier on. And at this point in time, I would like to hand over to our Paramarcharya ji, who would be taking us through our yagya, our devotions for this evening. Sitaram.
बोले श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय. Devotees, blessings each of you for chosen to be here this evening as devotions continue. Pandit Chandradev, blessings performing puja most appropriately. Pandit Tarun, Pandit Umarat Maharaj, blessings to all of you. Tonight, we are going to engage ourselves in Shiv Katha. I was advised that we can do Shiv Katha tonight. So we are going to take part in Lord Shiva's Katha. We prepare ourselves firstly with invocation. So I invite you to all assume an attitude of prayer and we visualize Bhagwan Shankar. Try to visualize that most divine form, Bholinath, white in color. Jatadhari, Gangadhar, Chandramauli, Trayambak, Neelakant, Nagavadana, Tishuladhari, Vrishabhahan, Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar, ocean of compassion. Om Namah Shivaya, repeat in your minds. And I keep emphasizing, devotees, when I pray because I need it. God doesn't need it. Let's get that very clear. I need God, He doesn't need me. So when I make these sacrifices, it's for me. Each person is on your own. Always bear in mind that the Lord is the indweller. He is the inner witness. He knows everything that takes place within the deepest recesses of the mind. So this is why in all honesty and sincerity we should pray. For He is the impartial observer. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Sri Saraswatya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Ajnanam Timirandhasya Jnanayanjam Shalakaya Chakshurang Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guru नमः। ॐ गजानना भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्। ॐ वर्णनामर्थ सङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च करकरो वन्दे वाणी विनायको वन्दे वाणी विनायको वन्दे वाणी विनायको। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। यः देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। यः देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। हे देवी माँ नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै माँ नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। ओं नमः शिवाय। बोले श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। Devotees, we join together, glorify Bhagavan Shankar. Simple bhajan. दिमिक दिमिक दिम डमरू बाजे प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला. Bhagavan Shankar, Mahakalaka, the perfect artist. He dances the Tandav dance. Dances to the rhythm of the Damaru. Dimika dimika dim, dimika dimika dim, Damaru baje प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला. बम भोला शिवा बम भोला. दिमिक दिमिक दिम डमरू बाजे प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला. दिमिक दिमिक दिम डमरू बाजे प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला. हे प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला, प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला. बम भोला शिव बम भोला, बम भोला शिव बम भोला. बोलो भालचंद्र शिर गंगा लहरत अथ भभूतन को बोला। भालचंद्र शिर गंगा लहरत अथ भभूतन को बोला। तो दिन कदिम दम भजे प्रेम मगन नाचत भूला। हे प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला, प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला। हे बम भोला शिव बम भोला, बम भोला शिव बम भोला। बोलो श्रृंगी नाद बजावत गावत लटकी रह्यो बगली झोला। श्रृंगी नाद बजावत गावत लटकी रह्यो बगली झोला। तो कदिम दम भाजे प्रेम मगन नाचत भूला। हे प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला, प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला। बम भोला शिव बम भोला, बम भोला शिव बम भोला। बोलो नाग फनन सो करत आरती, देव देव गति अनमोला। नाग फनन सो करत आरती, देव देव गति अनमोला। तो कदिम डमरू बाजे प्रेम मगन नाचत भूला। हाँ प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला, प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला। बम भोला शिव बम भोला, बम भोला शिव बम भोला। ओ बम भोला शिव बम भोला। ओ प्रेम मगन नाचत भोला। हाँ बम भोला शिव बम भोला। पंचाक्षर मंत्र devotees, 5 syllable mantra Om Namah Shivaya. Simple, we surrender unconditionally to Bhagavan Shankar. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, pahi mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, pahi mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. हे हर शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ, उमापति शिव भोलेनाथ। ओम शिव शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ, नीलकंठ हर दीनानाथ। ओम महिभूषण शिव गौरीनाथ, ओम अहिभूषण शिव गौरीनाथ। हे परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ, ओम परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ। गिरिजारंगा परमानंद समाधि प्रिय गंगानाथ। हे गिरिजारंगा परमानंद समाधि प्रिय गंगानाथ। ओम महिभूषण शिव गौरीनाथ, ओम अहिभूषण शिव गौरीनाथ। हे परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ, ओम परम सुमंगल दीनानाथ। गिरिजारंगा परमानंद समाधि प्रिय गंगानाथ। हे गिरिजारंगा परमानंद समाधि प्रिय गंगानाथ। And devotees, for a few moments we glorify Ma Devi. Today is Chaturdasi, the 14th day, a day which is dedicated especially to the worship of Shiva, also Devi. So we just chant the names Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagamata. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Isha Shakti, Gyan Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Kali Ma, the power of time. Everything is subjected to time. Kal means time, E is power. Kali, the power of time. Everything is subjected to time. So we have Isha Shakti, Gyan Shakti, Kriya Shakti, but all rests on the power of time. So when we chant, understand what it is we are trying to achieve. Te Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Jai Jai Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Hey Kali, Jagmata, Kali, Jagmata. Hey Kali, Jagmata, Kali, Jagmata. Jai Jai Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Jai Shri Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Hey Kali, Jagmata, Kali, Jagmata. O Kali, Jagmata, Kali, Jagmata. Jai Jai Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Jai Shri Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Jai Jai Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kali, Jagmata. Bole Siyar Shakti Jagadamba Mata Ki Jai. Devotees, I'm going to take a discourse from Shri Puran, and it illustrates to us the power of devotion. But we have different types of devotions: Bahya Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, Ekant Bhakti. We shall look briefly at some of these concepts. But it all stems from beautiful story, Katha. Sri Suji Maharaj relating Katha to Shaunak Muni, thousands of sages in Naimisharanya. So we begin at this point. ऋषियों ने कहा, हे महामते, भक्तों की रक्षा करने वाला इस महाकाल नामक ज्योतिर्लिंग की महिमा को हमें फिर सुनाइए. Suji had mentioned about a certain special lingam that appeared, Shivaji in form of lingam, called Mahakaleshwar. So, these sages made a special request to listen to this, the greatness of it, the glories of Mahakaleshwar. Suji बोले, हे विभु, भक्तों की रक्षक महाकाल ज्योतिर्लिंग के भक्ति वर्धक महात्मा को आदर पूर्वक सुनिए. You have made a request, Sri Suji, saying, so I want you to listen with the right attitude, adar purvak, with reverence, with the right attitude. Sravan, Manan, Kirtan. You have to listen, you have to analyze before you can glorify. So attitude must be right. Reverence must be there. And this mind is very turbulent, very tenacious. In a moment, it can reach Australia and back. And it is that moment when the mind strays, something that will be very, very beneficial to the individual could be said. To trigger a switch. But then because the mind strays, you lose out. So it is very, very important, devotees, to listen with unwavering attention. The mind will stray. None of us can hold the mind constant for all the time. But if the mind strays, you must be aware to pull it back. You must be in charge of your mind, not your mind in charge of you. All these words of caution were given to the sages. उज्जैन नगरी में एक चंद्रसेन नामक राजा था, जो सभी शास्त्रों के अर्थ और तत्व को जानने वाला इंद्रजीत तथा शिव जी का बड़ा भक्त था, जिसकी लोक नमस्कृत महेश्वर के मणिभद्र नामक एक गण से मित्रता हो गई थी। एक समय उस मणिभद्र ने प्रसन्न होकर राजा चंद्रसेन को बड़ी सुंदर चिंतामणि प्रदान की, जो कौस्तुभ मणि के समान कांतिमान और सूर्य के समान प्रकाशित थी, तथा जो ध्यान करने, देखने और सुनने से भी निश्चय ही कल्याण देती थी। शिव भक्त चंद्रसेन उसे अपने कंठ में धारण करने लगा, जिससे वह इतना शोभायमान हो गया जैसे देवताओं में सूर्य अत्यंत शोभित होता था। श्री Suji Maharaj is saying, in the city called Ujjain, which is declared to be a city of Lord Shiva, there lived the king whose name was Raja Chandrasen. What was his claim to fame? Chandrasen was one who was very, very versed in the Shastras. But here it is written, Sabhi Shastron ke arth. Now a person could get a book, you could read it from beginning to end, and you could translate it superficially. That doesn't mean say you know it. There's a difference in just reading and knowing. So when it is said that he knows the earth, it means the essence. We must understand as devotees, there is superficial listening, superficial understanding. But unless we get to the deeper levels, we don't gain anything. And in this I keep saying, great minds reflect upon principles, mediocre minds on events, and undeveloped minds on people. So all these kathas are wonderful, we read them, we get blessings and so on. But if I stop at the story, the events, and I don't grasp the principles that underlie all these stories and events, then what is the purpose of these things? This is where you get the essence. You know, there's a version that says, Surki gati mein kya janu. I wouldn't sing it, I just quote in it. Artha bhajan ka bhi ati gahra, usko bhi main kya janu. The poet is saying, what do I know of bhajan? That the essence, arth bhajan ka bhi ati gahra, is so deep. How do I understand? What do I understand? You see, devotees, there are different levels. Different levels. And I keep emphasizing religion in particular, like the school system. You have preschool, primary, secondary, tertiary, post-tertiary. Now, most people, sorry to say, but we are in preschool. Basic things we do and we stop right there. And Hinduism preaches Gyan Bhakti. Understand why you do what you do. Why am I offering 11 laddu for Lord Ganesh? Some offer 21. Why am I offering 5 to Hanuman if I offer 2? Something wrong? I have to ask questions now. I have to get the understanding. And the Gita tells me, Patram Pushpam Phalam Tuyam. A flower, a fruit, a drop of water, a grain of rice, etc. How do we reconcile these statements? Preschool, you have to have 11 laddu. If you put 10, Lord Ganesh will vex. You put 12, I don't really much away one. I don't know. Obsession. So you see, if you understand why you do it, you make adjustments, adaptations based upon time, place, circumstances. Hinduism could survive anywhere. Anywhere. But we have to understand the principle that underlies whatever we do. Never forget this. So as I said, most people, preschool, some primary, some secondary, some tertiary, some post-tertiary. And you have some who haven't started to go to school yet. They don't know and they don't want to know. Just do whatever fast we eat and go home. Yeah? Suit everybody. But here, when you understand the essence of scriptures, you're on solid ground. So this king, सभी शास्त्रों के अर्थ और तत्व को जानने वाला, तत्व, element. We have pancha tattva. Now if I were to digress on that, Katha will finish right here. But how many of us know the tattvas? Pancha tattva, Akash, Vayu, again, Jal, Prithvi. How they relate to the body, how they relate to the senses. All these things relate directly to us. This king was fully aware of the tattvas. And to put a simple example, tattva gyan. Simple application. If a person in a state of anger, krodha, you want to talk to such a person, you want to become more angry than him? What puts out fire? Not water? So within you, you have to develop what you call jal tattva, to calm him down. If you want to teach, prithvi tattva, you prepare the soil, then you plant the seed. All of this tattva gyan, which is severely missing. But sad, Hinduism teaches all this. I don't know how many of us really gravitate towards it. This king was versed in all that. Indrajit, he had control over his senses. He conquered his senses. What are these senses? We have five senses of perception. Sense of hearing, sense of sight, olfactory sense of taste, and sense of touch. The five Gyanindriyas. The Gyanindriyas inform the Karamindriyas what to do. 2 hands, feet, tongue, organs of excretion, reproduction. They are called the Karamindriyas. This king had control over all the senses. If I can't control my senses, then I'm a slave to my senses. And what happens? What the Gita says, the senses happen to be the seat of desire. The senses happen to be the seat of desire. And desires consume us. Desires consume us. Especially material desires. And so devotees, you want to digress a moment? The Gita again tells us, Dhyato Vishayan Punsang Sangasyeshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Bijayate. What it says, when they keep thinking, firstly, thinking of material things, Dhyato Vishayan Punsam, the poisons of materialism, then you develop an attachment for these. When an attachment develops for these material things, a craving develops for it. Calm, desire. But not all desires will be fulfilled. No, not all. So when our desires don't come to fulfillment, what happens? Kamat, krodho pajayati. Anger develops. Anger, we become angry. Yeah? Because of desire. Krodhar bhavati sammoha. And when anger develops, we become deluded. Sammoh. Sammohat. Smriti vidbramaha. And when there's delusion, there's loss of memory. It's a journey, internal journey. Smriti bhramshat buddhi nasho. And when the memory is lost, it decreases. Loss of reasoning power. Buddhi nashat panashyati. Then you self-destruct. It's a journey. Doesn't happen in a vacuum. It all goes back. And the senses happen to be the seat of desires. If I can control the senses, then I'm in a better place. You see, Hinduism teaches a lot of these things. Huh? When we look at a picture of Kali Ma, and we see Kali Ma with his head in her hand, and a sword, a blood-stained sword, and another hand collecting the blood from the severed head. Many people think that Kali wants blood. Kali Ma ever tell you that? You see a picture and you infer, foolishly, erroneously, devotees, this head represents Rakta Bij, the seed of desire. Our scriptures tell us if one drop of his blood would fall on the ground, another one identical to him would spring up. 2 important points here. If a drop of blood falls in the ground, another one exactly will spring up. That's the concept of cloning, using genetic material blood. But importantly, relevant to what we are saying, like a desire. One desire leads to many. And where does it end? Like feeding ghee into fire, you get bigger flames. So, Kali Ma, as I mentioned, the power of time you worship, she cuts off the head of desire with the sword of contentment. Santosho nandanambanam. Another Kali, one blood. She wants to free us from that bondage of material desires that bind us to this world. So you see, devotees, And all that go back to desire, to the senses. Lack of control of the senses. This king, Indrajit, he conquered the senses. What a wonderful place to be in. When you sit to pray, you concentrate. The airs have gone one way. When I say airs, sometimes you sit down, you hear something else, you see something else, you're distracted. You're praying. You have to ask yourself that. When I started, God is the inner witness, not devotees. He's the inner witness. He knows where we are. He knows what we think. He knows everything. He is the impartial witness. Everything we say and do, we can't fool him. Many try. All failed. Many are trying. They will all fail. You can't fool God. He's the inner witness. Therefore, it's important to control the senses. And you see, one talk lead to another. What controls the senses? The mind. And what controls the mind? The intellect. You have seen a picture of Suraj Narayan Swami. 7 horses, Arun driving it, Suraj Narayan. The chariot of Bhagwan Krishna. What it is? Intellect, controlling mind, controlling senses. That's an inner journey in every one of us. If you can't apply these principles, we are just telling stories. Preschool. We need to go a little bit beyond. Because you know what? Man lifts himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. Nobody could do it for you. For none of us. We have to do it ourselves. But you have to understand what it is first. So why this king? His name is in Shiv Puran. The qualities he possessed. Attitudes. All those things were good. But what superseded everything else? Shiv Ji ka bara bhakta tha. He was a great devotee of Bhagwan Shankar. This quality will supersede all else. Devotion to Bhagwan Shankar. Now devotees, I've been explaining every aspect of divinity metaphysically represents a quality that exists inside of us. Aham Brahmasmi. Each of us is divinity. All these forms represent powers that exist in every one of us. Shivaji symbolizes the state of dispassion, vairagya, the ability to let go. And we all know the hardest thing to do in life is to let go. And if you can't let go, you can't go forward spiritually. You cannot. Not may not. You cannot. Ramayana tells us, Balkand, Yagyavalakya Muni was asked by Bharadwaji to relate Sri Ram's Katha. What he did? He related Shiva's Katha instead. Observing Bharadwaj very closely, Bharadwaj was ecstatic, overjoyed on hearing Shiva's Katha, even though he asked to listen to Sri Ram's Katha. And Yagyavalakya Muni said, Bharadwaj, I observed you closely. I explained Sri Ram, so Shiva's Katha on purpose, to test you. Because the only time you can have devotions to Sri Ram is if you have devotion to Lord Shiva. Now, is Shiva a bigger God? People who don't think much will say Shiva is a bigger God. And many people in today's world say Shiva is a demigod. Because of ignorance, not understanding. If you take it from this perspective, that Shiva means dispassion, symbolizes dispassion. Sri Ram is spiritual perfection. There is no way, absolutely no way, anybody can reach that state of spiritual perfection if there is no dispassion. This is what is meant by worship of Shiva. In Hinduism, we have a simple way. Worship Shivaji, that quality is uncovered. You gravitate towards perfection. You have to do it for yourself. Nobody could do it for you. So devotees, when he says Shivji ka bara bhakta tha, he worshipped Shivaji, but it would imply also that he was a highly dispassionate person. Highly dispassionate. Now, I keep pushing this, and just to digress again a moment. Paramarcharya, went India many times. And one of the trips, first trip to Kashi. In those days, I do near all pathas from that. Harudev, great devotee of Shiva. I went with a ghaman, I must see Shiva. Didn't see Shiva. Took a duck in Ganga, whatever, drink water, get diarrhea, and I come back home. No Shiva. Next year, I went back, I prepared myself some more. I said, I have to see Shiva. the ego inside of us. That whole journey in Kashi, time to leave, no Shiva. And very, very depressed, of course. And the third time we went, never forget that time. I sat in the front of the bus, as we normally, Papa would sit in front of us, and the guide made a statement that Kashi never changed for more than 1,000 years. There's a sameness about Kashi, unchangeability about Kashi, a kind of total equanimity about Kashi. That stuck in my head a little bit. We stayed, I think, 3-4 days, and I really prayed, when Vishwanath, wherever, all about hoping to Shiva, hoping to see Shiva, hoping to see Shiva. I want to see Bhagwan. Last day, no Shiva. Well, this time I went in the back of the bus and sat down. I'm very depressed, very, very depressed. Bus pulled out, and I really started crying. We cried quick, right? My mind says, Shivaji, Bholenath, I really thought I would see you this time. I kind of control my ego, all this kind of thing. And I'm begging for you, just to see you, Lord. Just to see you. And look, we're leaving on nothing. And this city is your city. This kind of way, you know. The voice, like in my head say, Kashi never changed for how many years? Thousands of years. And like a voice tell me, how dare you? You're so stupid. What you preaching? You preaching, I'm Vairagya. I'm Vairagya. Watch and see. Here am I. And when I looked out, I saw everything physically like the same size. I didn't smoke ganja. I don't smoke ganja. No coke, nothing. Normal. Everything changed. All my hair is that sameness. Bhagwan said, you're preaching, I am that sameness, that equanimity. Here I am. What you looking for? Never forget that experience. I always pray to Shivaji, Lord, I want to see you, but I don't like snake. So how will I see Shiva without the snake? So I preach this passion. How you go to God, so He comes to you. Personal journey. And there's no story I make up. Our life must sing our song. You can see that road if you want to. But you have to have that attitude, that right approach. And the word is, nothing is impossible with God. Absolutely nothing. And those who worship Shivaji, they develop that this passion. You know what it is said? Those who worship Shiva are always very rich. No, I know rich, but they say always. And Shiva, he is a Mahayogi, ascetic. Those who worship Vishnu Bhagwan, they become very poor. Now what do you say? No, I'm not campaigning to stop worshiping Vishnu Bhagwan. No? You see, you have to understand why. How could a beggar renounce? So when you worship Shiva, Vairagya, and you have all this material thing tying you down, you can let go. The challenge is letting it go. And when you worship Shiva, you let it go. It means nothing to you. You're not tied up at all in it. Not tied up at all. You have to read into all these things, devotees, not just superficially. And everything is a personal journey. Personal. We have to become aware. This king devotees, Shiva Bhakt, Bara Bhakt, just an ordinary devotee, Bara Bhakt. Like attracts like. There was a leading disciple of Bhagwan Shankar whose name was Manibhadra. A relationship was formed between Manibhadra and Chandrasenji. And one point in time, both of them performed intense austerities to Shiva. Manibhadra was highly pleased with the approach and attitude of Chandrasenji. And so, a special gem was given to him. Kaustubh Mani ke saman, Surya ke saman prakashit hi. Brilliant gem was given to that king as a token of appreciation. Reward, not that he wanted reward, was given to him. And they said to meditate upon that gem, to look upon it, to listen about it, Kalyan, Kalyan, bliss. And again, I take it metaphysically. Yes, it's there, but what is that gem, devotees? And to my mind, that gem is Parabhakti, supreme state of devotion. Why am I saying that? Because bhakti is compared to a gem. Gyan is compared to a flame. Follow the difference? Bush could put out a flame. Could anything take away the gem, the reflection from the gem? The gem is self-effulgent. Thus, yes, wipe it off, the gem is still there. Bhakti. To listen to bhakti, about bhakti, to practice bhakti, to identify with bhakti, bliss, especially in this age, Kali Yuga. Just what I digress one moment. The gem, bhakti, genuine devotion to the Lord. The Katha says, Chandrasen got that gem. He placed it about his neck, overjoyed. He returned home, and the gem had brilliant reflection like another sun. He consecrated it, put it in a special spot. Sentimental value, spiritual value. But devotees, trouble. जब राजा चंद्रसेन की इस शोभा को सुनकर अन्य राजाओं को तृष्णा हो गई और उस मणि पर उनका मन लुभा गया, वे चंद्रसेन से उस मणि को मांगने लगे। परंतु मणि को महाकाल के दृढ़ भक्त राजा चंद्रसेन ने उन राजाओं को नहीं दिया। इससे अपना तिरस्कार समझकर उन राजाओं ने, सब राजाओं ने चंद्रसेन को युद्ध में जीतकर मणि लेनी चाहिए, और इसी अभिप्राय से उन्होंने अपनी सेना एकत्र कर उज्जैन के चारों द्वारों को घेर लिया। तब उन राजाओं से उज्जैन को घेरा देख राजा चंद्रसेन उन्हें महाकालेश्वर की शरण में गया और दिन रात उनकी पूजा करने लगा। Devotees, the price of success is envy and jealousy, and most times they come from those who are near to you. Now that doesn't mean to say you shouldn't achieve your success. Be the best, but expect that you're going to get this envy and jealousy. Surrounding kings, say about 9 kings, their kingdom, they heard Chandrasen was the recipient of this gem. And shamelessly, they approached him and said, "Oh king, give us that gem." I don't know how 9 of them will share this gem. But Chandrasen rebuked them. "How dare you ask me for this gem? This given to me by my dear friend Manibhadra." He rebuked them. No way. Not that he didn't want to give it, but that spiritual value, the sentimental value, why must he part with it? And devotees, metaphysically again, when you develop in bhakti, and people to understand this, you develop in devotions. You know who are the kings? Anima, Mahima, Laghima, Garima, Prapti, Parakana, Ishit, Vashitva, the Ashta Siddhi. The powers begin to develop inside of you. Sometimes people pray plenty and all of a sudden they start to read people's mind and they turn siaman. You fall flat on your face. Because these kings are distractions. Notice when Sri Ram broke the bow, Ramayana, all these kathas tie in. The kings wanted to attack Janak, attack Sri Ram, take away Sita by force. That bow, devotee, is part of the, what you call the hindbrain, called the medulla oblongata, controls all voluntary or involuntary actions within the body. The day we could make breathing conscious, heartbeat conscious, take charge of it, you break the bow. And when that happens, power begins to develop. The kings begin to act up. And many fall short. Power. You want God or you want power? The kings attack. They want to take away your devotion, take away the gem. Would you part with it? Be very foolish to part with it. This is why Raja Chandrasen, no part of that. I don't want any powers. I don't want that gem, that mind, bhakti. I'm holding on to that. These kings, devotees, for the story perspective, decided that if what we can't take by asking for, we will take by force. So what they did? They laid siege on the city of Ujjain. 9 armies surrounded Ujjain and decided that they're going to attack that kingdom. Who die. But they won the gem. Notice what power does. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Nothing is wrong with power if it's being used to serve others. But power is bad when it becomes self-serving. Everything has opposite value in the world of duality. These king's devotees, greed. Raja Chandrasen, no greed, just sentimental value, that devotion, not going to give it up. But he was challenged. And in life, many of us devotees are challenged. For no reason, people attack you. They vilify you. They want to destroy you. So what you do? Fight back? One fella curse you, curse him back 10 times. That's how we behave. Raja Chandrasen, not like that. Notice the qualities he had. What he did? Mahakaleshwar, that lingam, that was in his kingdom. He saw the protective shelter of Bhagwan Shankar. He sought shelter under the umbrella of Vairagya, Shivaji. And I'm going to fight. Could one army destroy 9 armies? How could that happen? They say when you have to fight a battle, you must have a chance to win. Don't be stupid. Could one army fight 9? Now, devotees in life, all of us are confronted by such situations. What you do? Some people get frightened. Coke, drugs, suicide, different actions we take that have no relevance, that compound our problems. What is the solution? Seek the Lord. Turn to Him. Surrender to Him. He doesn't need anything, no devotees. I keep telling people that. And He doesn't need me either. I need Him. So Chandrasen, Raja, he was a devotee of Shivaji. To whom again would he turn? Devotees in deep distress. But surrendering to that Bhagwan, you, Lord, will take charge of everything. And I like to mention this to people. Surrendering is the key. Right? Now, many of us, we say we surrender. You know what surrender means? Unconditional? Like Prahalad. They throw him from a mountaintop, he never say, oh God, why? He never questioned God. So the surrendering devotees, the best example I can use is a child in mother's lap. The baby in mother's lap. The baby can't talk. The baby can't even think about he's hungry or what. But the mother knows everything. The mother knows when the child is hungry, when the child is thirsty, when the child needs cleaning, when the child wants to play, when the child should sleep. The mother knows everything. If we make ourselves like a baby in the Lord's lap, unconditional surrender, He takes charge of all our duties, responsibilities. You know, ananyaschintayantu mang tejanha paryupasate teshang nichabhiyuktanang yoga chemam vahamyam. Chapter 9 Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan said, you surrender to me, I personally take care of all your needs and security. The Lord tells us that in the devotee, but do we do that? We say, God, I surrender. When things evoke, oh God, you're deaf, you don't hear me? You shall question God, shall curse Him. And both sides, some people jump and try to find another God. How many gods are there? It's not different gods, one God. But our attitudes need to change. But most of us see on the outside, when the problem is here. We must understand that. You know? Last night I made this point, some time ago. If you look at when Sri Ram was standing on the battlefield against Ravan, and Vibhishan saw Sri Ram so well armed, and Ravan well armed, and Sri Ram barefoot, just one arrow. He bowed in the feet of Sri Ram and said with love, O Lord, how is it expected that you could defeat this powerful enemy, so ill-equipped that you are? Now, if you don't understand the attitude of Vibhishan, you will say, but Vibhishan doubting Sri Ram. Sri Ram, you can't beat this fellow. That's how we would think. No, wrong. Vibhishan represents Satvik Prakriti, piety, spirituality. He bowed down with love. And that attitude said, Lord, how could you do this? It is not, I doubt you, I doubt my ability in understanding your power. Follow closely what I am saying, the devotees. He didn't doubt Sri Ram. He doubted his own ability to understand the power of Sri Ram. And if we learn from that, people who are sattvic in nature, don't put fault on anybody. You look at yourself first. We are responsible. Understand? So devotees, this whole thing of surrender is like that. You don't blame. Yes, we there, no question. No thoughts of questioning. Unconditional surrender. Anybody behaves like that, the Lord takes care of us. But if not, jaisa karni, vaisa bharni. Every cause has an effect concealed, and every effect is cause revealed. You are on your own. Very clear. So there's a solution if we want to go a different way. This king devotee's solution, the Lord, he surrendered. And I'm saying to all of us, he surrendered. How he prayed. शरण में अपनी रख मुझको, दया में दास हूँ तेरा, तुम्हें तजकर कहा जाऊं शिव जी, हितू कोई न है मेरा. Oh Lord, I'm seeking your protective shelter. दया में दास हूँ तेरा. Have compassion upon me, a servant of yours, O Lord. तुम्हें तजकर कहा जाऊं. If you turn me away, कहाँ जाऊं प्रभु जी? Where shall I go? हितू कोई न है मेरा. This attitude of helplessness, deep longing, total surrender. That is the attitude, devotees. Radha Chandra saying, he prayed, शरण में अपने रख मुझको, दया में दास हूँ तेरा, तुम्हें तज कर कहा जाऊं, हितू कोई न है मेरा. शरण अपनी रख मुझको, दया में दास हूँ तेरा, तुम्हें तज कर कहा जाऊं, हितू कोई न है मेरा. भटकता मैं हूँ मुहूर्त से, भटकता मैं हूँ मुहूर्त से, नहीं विश्राम पाता हूँ. दया की दृष्टि से देखो, दया की दृष्टि से देखो, नहीं हो तू डूब हरीरा. सताया राग द्वेषों में, सताया राग द्वेषों में, तपाया दीन तपूनी, तपाया दीन तपूनी, जलाया जन्म मृत्युने, जलाया जन्म मृत्युने, किया तंग बहु तीरा. मेरा दुख मिटने वाला सिवा तेरी न है कोई. Bholenath, am I ignorant? I keep roaming everywhere. नहीं विश्राम पाता हूँ. I find no peace. I'm drowning as it were in this ocean of ignorance, Prabhu. If you don't save me, what is going to happen? I'm being burned in the fires of birth and death. I'm being contaminated by the pairs of opposites, raga and dvesh. It consumes me. Tino tap, daihik, daivik, bhautik tap. I'm subjected to all this. When will it end, O Lord? Mera dukh mitne wala. This unhappiness of mine, these challenges, trials and tribulations I'm exposed to. Siva teri na hai koi. There's no one else but you, Shivaji. Hence, here and now, I surrender unconditionally on your lotus-like feet. Raksha karo, Prabhu. Daya karo. Kshama karo. Mera dukh mitne wala. Mera dukh mitne wala. Siva teri na hai koi. Sharan mein gira ab to. Sharan mein gira ab to. Bharosa ab bharu. क्षमा अपराध कर मेरी क्षमा अपराध कर मेरी भक्त अब आश है तेरी भक्त अब आश है तेरी दया बलदेव पर कर के दया हर देव पर कर Lord, Kshama Paradha, whatever transgressions, whatever wrongs I have done, Kshama, forgive me. I am depending upon you, surrendering to you. Take me into your protective shelter, make me a true disciple of yours. Sincere, genuine, poor devotees, the king worshipping the lingam, making various offerings, Ganga Jal, Bel Patra, Arti, whatever. Physical puja he was doing. And he prayed. While such puja was in progress, a gopi, a cowherdess, who was a widow, she came with her 5-year-old son. And devotees, the children live what they learn. The child observed closely what the king was doing, offering all the ingredients and so on. And after some time, he witnessed everything, the whole puja. The gopi decided to go back home. जब इस प्रकार वह बालक शिव जी की पूजा में लगा रही रहा और समय होने पर भी भोजन के लिए न आया, तो उसकी माँ तब गोपी से बुलाने आई. But devotees, the child went back home. Let me get back before here. When the mother went back home with the child decided to do puja just as the king did it. Just as the king did it. एक रमणीय पाषाण को लेकर अपने शून्य शिविर में बड़ी भक्ति से उस शिवलिंग की पूजा की. The child he got a small stone. Now the king had that big lingam. The child got a little stone, put it in front of him in the house he was sitting there, and in his mind he began to make offerings. धूप दीप वस्त्र अक्षत गंध आभूषण आदि और कृत्रिम पदार्थ चढ़ाए. As he saw the king making offerings, he made offerings in his mind. Now follow me. He didn't have any ingredients. He had no ingredients. So I want you to follow. The king had all the ingredients, making offerings. The child got a little pebble, worshipping it, but no ingredients. None. In his mind, he was making offerings. Imagining Ganga Jal, Bel Patra, everything else otherwise. And so the child performed puja. And the child sitting there, and he heard the king, Sharam mein apne rakh mujhko, Adasan. The child didn't pick up all that. What he picked up? Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah Om. Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah Om. Hara 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 Haraya Namah Om. Hara 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 Haraya Namah Om. Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah Om. Hara 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 Haraya Namah Om. Bhava 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 Bhavaya Namah Om. Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah Om. Hara 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 Haraya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Easy mantra to pick up. This was for the child. After making his offerings, close his eyes and Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. And you know, children devotees, we may think that they play, but whatever they do, that becomes their reality. This child was lost in deep concentration. Shiva, 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 Shiva. The mother was now calling him to eat. Bhojan ke liye aaya. Calling him, but the child na aaya. The child not come in. तब उसकी माता वह गोपी से बुलाने आई, परंतु उसके बार बार बुलाने पर भी वह शिव पूजक में अनुरक्त बालक न बोला। शिव जी के आगे नेत्र मूंद कर बैठा ही रहा तो उसने उसे हाथ पकड़कर खींचा और ताड़न भी किया, किंतु जब इस पर भी वह न उठा और भोजन को न गया तो गोपी ने शिवलिंग को दूर फेंक कर उसकी पूजा को नष्ट कर दिया। Devotees, the mother calling the child to eat. But you see, when I said what I said earlier on, it's not talking by guess now. The child praying, and the mother was calling, and the child was not hearing anything. You know why? Shut off that sense of hearing on the external. This is what I call niruddhaman, where you're oblivious to the external surroundings. Where like a tortoise pulling all your limbs, hard shell on the outside. That is niruddhaman, the high state of mind. You have 5 mental planes, Chiptam, Murambik, Chiptam, Ekagdam, Niruddham. This is high state. Call him like Sutikshan Muni. When Sutikshan Muni heard Sri Ram was coming, clapping, singing, dancing, Sri Ram standing behind the tree looking at him. Sri Ram appeared in his heart. Sutikshan was getting darshan in his heart. By the time he got that darshan, clapping, singing, stopped, everything stopped. Became perfectly still. All he had in his body standing on end. Sri Ram came out and began to shake him. Sutikshan, here I am. I've come to give you darshan. Sutikshan wasn't feeling, he wasn't hearing, nothing at all. You know why? His mind was firmly fixed on the Lord. Now, anybody praying so? Now, people say you're praying from your heart. I'd like to clarify this. You sit down in a well, suski and cry. Problem. That is love. Your problem making you cry. What is love? Praying from your heart. What I just mentioned. When you shut out everything else, the mind, senses withdrawn from everything else, focus on divinity, then you're praying from your heart. Otherwise, you're not praying from your heart. Anybody praying from the heart? Not even me. Trying, fighting hard, because the distractions are many. You see, devotees, I like to make all these points because people go through motions only, not realizing that the opportunities we have, samay naawat barambar. Or waste this moment, will never come back. When I can make optimum use of this moment. It's up to me. Up to me. And this is not stories I'm telling you here now. It's practical experience in life, what we need to do to reach to that divine. Not just so. Not just so. So devotees, this child, look at his concentration. Deep concentration. Not hearing his mother calling him. The mother reached there, she saw the child's eyes closed, calling him to eat, child not hearing anything. And many adults will think the child playing the fool. You know how we say that? You're playing the fool? You're playing the praying? What she did, she took that stone, that small stone the child was praying on, worshipping. No physical ingredients, mind only. She tossed it outside, threw it out. And she dragged the child up, and when mother gave back, she must get a slap or two. When she pulled the child like that, that child's concentration was broken. He was really concentrating. And this is why I keep telling people, when they see in puja and so on, yag and so on, if you want to pray that yuna, but the person next to you may want to pray, then we closing the eyes and thinking intently. And if you disturb them, you could damage them. When Baram, you might remember many years ago, in Grande we had a yag. My cousin Shaki used to play jump for us. Remember those days we singing Ramayana for Papa? And singing Ramayana Arti. And Shaki Han said good idea. He played well good that night. And Ramayana Arti. And I myself lost deep. And he make a good tihai. Do me so, he touch me so. The man nearly killed me. He shake me up. He, superficial, I thinking deep. I could tell about these things. This is why they tell us by near hospitals, libraries and so on, where people thinking, meditating, concentrating intensely, don't make noise. No distraction. You could damage them. So devotees, this child was shaken out of that state. And all he could have said, Hadev, hey Shiva, hey Shiva. And he fell unconscious. Now the mother's intent wasn't bad, but the action wasn't in sync with the intent, When the mother saw the child unconscious, she also fell unconscious. Because the mother never meant for the child to be in this state. You have to understand, mother and son alone living, nobody else. How this mother would feel. So devotees, as the katha goes on, after some time, they said the child came back to consciousness, awareness. When he came back to awareness, he found himself, you see where that stone was thrown, where the mother threw that stone? Where it fell, out of the ground, a lingam appeared, a Shiva lingam. Now, I don't want people to say that story, but then shouldn't have them thing happen. And I don't want to digress. And some of this was a little trick and thing now. A fella made a murti appear. I won't tell you from where. Because you might get the idea who. Do you think to make a murti appear? I mean, murti appear, but the mistake he make, he didn't take out the little store tag from the murti. When the murti appear, little store underneath. He buy the murti, put it inside there, try to create tamasha. The kind of scheme, tricks people play in religion. Ain't easy, no? Ain't easy. And if you're not wise, then serious problem. The wise devotees, I keep quoting, Albert Einstein. Brilliant brain. You know what he said? There are two things that are infinite. The universe and human stupidity. He said, I'm not sure about the universe. You might not understand his statement, follow? I'm not sure about the universe. He stopped his statement right there. What he implied? He's sure about human stupidity. infinite. We like to be fooled. We pay to be fooled. And then my mind comes to another statement, Mark Twain. It is easier to fool someone than to convince them they have been fooled. Think about it. I try my best to get people to understand this, but it better fool you. But it's against our conscience to do that. We can't do it. These statements have been made and they really fit society wonderfully, you know. Yeah? And imagine he's an American author. It's easier to fool someone than to convince them that they have been fooled. And we say, devotee, we set up ourselves. This is why I keep saying, if you understand why you do what you do, you get the understanding of it, you get the right philosophy, nobody could fool you. Nobody. Yeah? Anyway, devotees, this lingam came out of the ground, but not only that, there's a wonderful covering like a Shivalaya, as we say. And not only that, they lived in an old hut. And even that was transformed. Now, I like people to tell me that's fairy tale. All of you sing the bhajan. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare. Dukhiyon ke dukh dur kare. Obviously later on. Tu chahe to sab kuch kar de. Vishwa ko bhi amrit kar de. Puran kar de sabki asha. Jo bhi tera dhyan dhare. May I preach it? The Lord could do anything He wants. He has the power. It said, oh Lord, you bring fulfillment in the lives of all those who meditate upon you. Nothing is impossible. Garal Sudha Ripukare Mitai. Gopal Sindhu. From Ramayana we know all the statements on devotees. The Lord's grace. In a moment, the twinkle of an eye, transformation can take place. Devotees, the child was agitated, amazed. I should say excited. Because now, not this pebble, he had his own lingam in his yard. And he wanted to share it with his mother. When he went, mother was in a hammock, still unconscious, but beautifully dressed. Wonderful. The circumstances changed devotees. And you know, I can remember a long time when Mama telling me, all of poi, tell Lord Shiva all want this. I want that and want next. You know why? Children are very innocent. And children's prayers come to fulfillment very quickly. When we all get adult, all the muck accumulate. I'm praying, but me and Shiva for seeing me writing. Me and Shiva, God bless me. The child believes. Child believes. This is why we say we must have childlike innocence, childlike purity. That is sankadik. When you have to pray. No ghaman. No ghaman. So children's prayers, devotees, come to fulfillment. This is why parents teach your children to pray. Don't mind if they're asking for something less, asking for something self. And through 5 years old, pray for his father kingdom. You got it? The child's prayer, innocence, purity, belief, conviction, etc. That's the attitude we need to have when we pray. That nothing is impossible. Absolutely nothing is impossible. But devotees, as I said, we get older and the muck accumulates. Hate, anger, greed, jealousy, doubt, etc., etc. We just regurgitate words that can be changed if we make the right effort. So devotees, this is not impossible. The child's prayer. And sometimes the child himself, Balram was saying a lot of things today in a way. Long time when I learned to play harmonium and so on, we never had a harmonium home. Papa wouldn't buy harmonium for us. He never had we were told to buy harmonium. I used to go to sleep and pray and say, Lord Shiva, since I small worshiping Shiva. Talk to him like, I say, Shiva, when I get up in the morning, I want to say harmonium by my foot. And I believe it will happen. But you know, what you want to happen same time now. It doesn't happen same time. But that prayer, that desire, how many harmonium pass through my hand already? I might buy one or two and all the others I get. We grace of the Lord. And then in that, there's another lesson. Careful what you ask for, because you might really get it. So if it was something otherwise, that when I get older now, it worked contrary, it's going to hurt me. It's going to cause me pain. Harmonium good, I could boom with it. Or something otherwise. it could hurt me. It could hurt me. So also be careful what you ask for, what you tell any children to ask for. Yeah. But if children pray, it's very easy for the prayers to be answered. They believe in what they say. Oh, how beautiful that is. How beautiful that is. This child's prayer devotees, what? He didn't ask for anything, but the Lord transformed everything because of his prayer. So, let's go on. Words wish to the king. Don't forget, 9 armies outside waiting to attack. The king praying, this child prayed, Mansik Puja. Words wish to the king. Oh, Raja Chandra saying, Shivaji has appeared in the yard of a gopi in lingam form. Shivaji concluded his puja. Chandra saying concluded his puja and he came to where the lingam was. And I was want to emphasize that. You know, it's a habit these days. Now I hope I'm not treading any corns. You have some people go puja hopping. Or you know that? They have party hopping. They go puja hopping. Plenty politicians do that. Come in a puja here, take a video too, go on next puja there. You don't see for arti, you don't see for prasad, nothing at all. Puja hopping. Scriptures tell us, when you get into a puja, you don't wait till the climax of the puja, you get strapped. You get strapped. And if you see you can't stay to the end, don't go at all. Just a word of advice. A word of advice. But you see, it has become more a social kind of thing now. Go show your face. I just somebody want to see your face. Think about it now, devotees. These practices are becoming prevalent in society. And we don't realize that these things are damaging to us. Very, very damaging. But say what? Man lifts himself by himself and sings himself by himself. Everybody on your own. You don't believe me? Keep it going. Keep it going. So devotees, king concluded his puja. He could have gone same time to see tamasha, na? Dunya kya hai? Ek tamasha. 4 dinon ki jhuti asha. Na. No tamasha. Let me complete my puja. I've started my puja. I must complete my puja. And then he went to see lingam. Before very long, the whole village came. And devotees, everybody, they were amazed to see that wonderful lingam. Great joy. And they all began in their own way to worship. Don't forget, 9 armies on the outside, not aware of what was taking place on the inside. Here on the inside, Raja Chandra Sen and all the inhabitants of Ujjain, clapping, singing, praising that Lord, that one and only Master, Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar, Bhakta Vatsal. शंकर भोले भाले भोले भक्तों के रखवाले तुमको लाखों प्रणाम तुमको मेरा प्रणाम तुमने ये संसार बनाया सभी तुम्हारी माया छाया तुमने ये संसार बनाया सभी तुम्हारी माया छाया सरकों के महल वाले कैलाश पर्वत वाले तुमको लाखों प्रणाम तुमको मेरा प्रणाम तुम जल छल में तुम अंबर में तुम हो नगर नगर घर घर में तुम जल छल में तुम अंबर में, तुम हो नगर नगर घर घर में, तुम हो लहर लहर स्वर स्वर में, कहा नहीं तुम हो जग भर में। डमरू के बजाने वाले, दुष्टों को मिटाने वाले, तुमको लाखों प्रणाम, तुमको मेरा प्रणाम। हर 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 महादेव का नारा, नर नारी घर घर का प्यारा। हर 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 महादेव का नारा, नर नारी घर घर का प्यारा। दीप तुम्हारा, तेल तुम्हारा, दुनिया का सब खेल तुम्हारा। ये खेल खिलाने वाले, भुवन को नचाने वाले, तुमको लाखों प्रणाम, तुमको मेरा प्रणाम। तुमको लाखों प्रणाम, तुमको मेरा प्रणाम। And so devotees, everybody absorbed, clapping, singing, surrendering themselves to Bhagavan, paying no attention to the external forces, that imminent danger, nobody. They're chanting, lost in ecstasy. शैल गिरीश्वर, उमा महेश्वर, काशी विशेश्वर, सदाशिव। शैल गिरीश्वर, उमा महेश्वर, काशी विशेश्वर, सदाशिव। हे सदाशिव सदाशिव, ओम सदाशिव सदाशिव, सदाशिव सदाशिव, ओम सदाशिव सदाशिव, सदाशिव सदाशिव, ओम सदाशिव शंभु सदाशिव, सदाशिव शंभु सदाशिव, ओम सदाशिव शंभु सदाशिव, सदाशिव शंभु। शैल गिरीश्वर, उमा महेश्वर, काशी विशेश्वर, सदाशिव। Devotees, those of us who have been accustomed to kirtan bhajan, getting into this mood, you forget everything else, you know. Yeah. It's a different state you experience. Nothing else gives us this state, nothing else. These devotees were lost. Now, outside kings had some spies within the city who reported back to them, "O kings, nobody paying any attention to all you. Nobody. Lord Shiva has appeared in the yard of a gopi, a cowherdess. And everybody clapping, singing, worshipping, nobody taking you all on." Now, these kings were amazed to hear that. They conferred. And what was the conclusion? If Lord Shiva appeared in the yard of the gopi, it means he's protecting these people. And if we were to antagonistic towards him, attack them, he will destroy us. So better to have a friend than an enemy. Let us put aside all our weapons and so on, and supplicating manner approach Raja Chandrasen, asking for his friendship. You notice what happened, devotees? Raja Chandrasen did not have to lift a blade of grass to save himself. The enemy is forced to become a friend when we have the grace of God. And devotees, one friend becomes like 100 enemies if we don't have the grace of God. Kripa, Ram Kripa, Shiva Kripa, whichever form you worship. The grace of Lord is the important thing. That is why we said, when Lankini told Hanuman, Garal Sura Ripukar Mitai, Gopar Sindhu Anal Shitalai, poison becomes like Amrit. Poison. Enemy becomes a friend. The ocean becomes like the hoof point of a cow. The fire becomes cool. Bhari Sumeru Parbat, like Ravan, become like a grain of sand. Ram Kripa, the grace of God. Devotee, we have the solution to all of life's problems. The Lord's grace. But it doesn't come just so. You have to work for it. You have to be proactive. Whatever we do, right attitude and so on. And when it's grace, He told us that. He told us that. Ananya Sintayanto Mang, I quoted again. Ye Janaha Paryupasate, Teshang Nitya Biyuktanang, Yoga Chemam Vahamyam. Surrender to me. I personally look after all your needs, your security. What again we want devotees? What does God need? God need anything? I keep saying, asking this question. Bhagwan needi laddu. How much time I ask people to dig them a little bit? How much laddu you offer? 11 Guruji. How much you get back? 11. Ganesh ate none. So why you offer it? Anybody thinking like that? My brain weird. Maybe. Weird. I'm trying to show you that you making all this big humbug, 11 laddu. You have to put 11. You can't put 10. And Ganesh ate none. One person say, Baba, give back 10. I say, the Baba take one. The Baba really take one, put in the pocket. That puja. Not me. Eh? So you see, devotees, we are caught up in a time warp. We are in a comfort zone. We don't really open up our minds too much. So all this must be understood, you see. The bhav, the love, God makes a difference in devotees. God makes a difference. When God is on my side, I am in the majority. But in Mahabharata, Duryodhana chose the army of Bhagwan Krishna. Arjun chose Bhagwan Krishna. Who won the war? Bhagwan Krishna. Arjun. He made a difference. And that choice is left up to us. If I choose Bhagwan, He chooses me. How I go to God, so He comes to me. So devotees, bear this in mind. Chandrasen Raja, he prayed to Shivaji. But now, what happened? All the kings came there in a supplicating manner and they begged for friendship. Better have a friend than an enemy. Chandrasen Raja accepted them all. And more rejoicing. And devotees, while all these rejoicings taking place, something wonderful happened. A brilliant light was seen descending from above regions. And that light fell amongst them, came amongst them. And who was this? Shankar Swain Keshari Nandan, Pawan Put Bajrangbali. Hanumanji appeared. Who is Hanuman? Ekadas Rudra. Hanuman is Shiva himself in this form. So imagine when Hanumanji appeared. Everybody was excited, amazed. Imagine those 9 kings who wanted to fight. Imagine they fighting and Hanuman Baba fighting for Raja Chandrasen. They're glad they changed the way. It's never too late to change wrong attitudes, devotees. Never too late. As a matter of fact, it could be too late. Never too soon. Now is what counts. Ek hari na jaye beet. So, all those kings were very grateful that they changed the attitude. And then they worship Hanuman Baba. Hanuman Baba picked up that boy, put him on his lap, and he blessed him. He said, "Oh child, this puja you have performed to Shivaji, Mansik. In time to come, a generation from now, someone shall be born, Nanda Baba, and he shall be, your lineage, the father of the manifestation Bhagwan Krishna. Lord Krishna shall carry his name, Nandalal. Nandalal." Where it all started? Devotions to Shivaji. Devotees, all's well that ends well. So, this is how the Katha is, in a simple way, putting us in a part of the film of devotion to understand what it is. But the Katha is not so simple as you think, devotees. There's more to it. So the first part, let me do quickly, right? Like Bahya Bhakti, offerings and so on and so forth. The second part, they call that Ananya Bhav, everything inside. Mansik Puja, inside. And the third part, devotees, ekant, one and one only, as Supreme Purush. But there is more to it than that. There's what they call mal, there's vikshep, and there's agyan. Those three. And there's karma, there's upasana, and there's gyan. Now, I don't expect you to remember all these things, you know. Sometimes I myself remember how I remember them. But this is inner part of the katha. The three parts, this katha has three parts. So the first part, the king performed karma. Karma could only overcome mal. And mal means impurities. And there are three types of impurities. Ano, mayi, and karmi mal. To explain all that, time will run out on us. Just understand the three types of mal. Ano, inherent impurity. Karmi, because of karma. Mayi, maya, the illusion of individuality. Because of that, we create sin. Yeah? Impurities. Karma could overcome that. But what is your objective in life? The objective is to overcome agyan, ignorance, a worst enemy. And only gyan could overcome agyan. So karma could only overcome mal. The king, he prayed, but Shivaji didn't appear. Right? Upasana. Yeah? Now vikshep, mental distractions. Upasana. Devout meditation like the child, what the child did. Mansik puja. All are cut out. And that will lead to what? The appearance of Gyan. Gyan, which will destroy Agyan. The kings, all the ignorance was defeated, lost. They became friends. So in life itself, this is the blueprint, how we have to live. What affects us? Mal, vikshep, and Agyan. And we sing the bhajan, He Shardema, Agyan Tasi Hami Tardema. Agyan, ignorance, biggest problem. The devotees, we have to develop jnana to overcome agyan. But the journey starts with karma. So what are we doing? Very good. Keep it up. But there must be a mental dimension to it. If I put all the flowers and what, and I'm not thinking, focusing there, what's the purpose? And also to understand, if I don't have material ingredients, say I'm flying in a plane going to Canada, I could do puja, puja, mansik, in the mind. But the pray should pray. Yeah? And so devotees, devout devout meditation, overcome vikshep. And when that happens, all distractions gone, then Gyan appears. Gyan, wisdom. The appearance of the Shivlingam, Hanumanji, destroy all Agyan. And when we reach to that state, be somewhere. This Katha devotees puts that to us in a very, very simple way. I just like to point out these things to people and they think story, not story, you know. This is very, very deep, devotees. Very, very deep. So sometimes people say, I tend to confuse them. I tell them so much, you know. A fellow tell me one time, say, Baba, you're talking too fast. I say, well, listen faster now. You want me to talk slow because you going slow? You listen faster. You see, everybody wanting in a comfort zone. You have to make effort. And one of the things I'm doing here, devotees, I keep saying this, I'm providing you with a roadmap. You want to go south? I'll give you a roadmap. You can't sit down and study the map only. You have to get on the journey. When you get on the journey, you see the sign, you know you're in the right pathway. You know you're in the right pathway. This is what we do here. I don't expect you to remember everything. But I expect you to understand that this is a roadmap. And all of us should be in this journey. It is in your interest. It is in our interest. But devotees, to end it, devotions, nothing to compare with it. But in devotions also, you can have shortcomings, pitfalls. Be honest, be sincere, be truthful. Remember, the Lord is the impartial witness. Bole Shri Umapati Mahadev ki. Final Havan? Asha. Final Havan. Pandabaram, you are here tonight. I mean, no? Havan. For devotees, while the Havan is in progress, we can occupy our tongues. Let's glorify Bhagwan Krishna, na? Nandalal came blessing Bhagwan Shankar. Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga. Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga. Jaya Dunandana Paramaniranjan, Jaya Dunandana Paramaniranjan, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, He Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga. Jaya Dunandana Paramaniranjan, Jaya Dunandana Paramaniranjan, E Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, E Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga Mukunda, Radha Ramana Sri Ranga. He Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai. He Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai. He Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai. He Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Govinda Jai. Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Govinda Jai. Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Govinda Jai. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Holy Vrindavan, Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai. Please all stand, devotees. We take part in Purnahuti, after which we go into our Aarti. बोले श्री रमापति महादेव की शिवार्थी devotees, Join Om Har Har Mahadev. Jai Shiva Omkara, Har Shiva Omkara. Om Jai Shiva Omkara, Har Shiva Omkara. Brahma Vishnu Sadashiv Aradhangi Dhara. Om Jai Shiva Omkara, Har Shiva Omkara. Ekanan Chaturanan Panchanan Rajay Ansanan Garurasan Vrishabhahan Sajay. दो भुज चार चतुर भुज दस भुज ते सोए तीनों रूप निरखता ते भुवन जन मोहे. अक्षमाला बनमाला मुंडमाला धारी चंदन मृग मद चंद्र भाले शुभकारी. श्वेतांबर पीतांबर बाघंबर अंगे ब्रह्मादिक सनकादिक भूतादिक संगे. कर के मजक मंडल चक्र त्रिशूल धरता जग करता जग भरता जग संहार करता. ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदाशिव जानत्रय विवेकः प्रणवाक्षर दुः मध्ये ये तीनों एकः. गुण स्वामी जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे. Devotees, the Sutras complete the arati. We glorify Bhagavan Shankar. Simple bhajan. Mere bam 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 bam, mere bam bhole re, mere bam 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 bam, mere bam bhole re. Bhola bhola, bhola bhola, bhola bhola, bhola bhola. Mere bam 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 bam, mere bam bhole re, mere bam 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 bam, mere bam bhole re. काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ. मेरे बम 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 बम, मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 बम, मेरे बम भोले रे. कोई चढ़ावे पान फूल कोई चढ़ावे माला, कोई चढ़ावे पान फूल कोई चढ़ावे माला. कोई मांग रहा है गोदी लेके बाला। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। अंधन को आँख देता कोहिन को काया, ये अंधन को आँख देता कोहिन को काया। बाजन को पुत्र देता निर्धन को माया। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। भोला भोला हा हा भोला भोला, ए भोला 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 भोला, ए भोला 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 भोला। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम 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 बम। शिव हरे शिव राम सखी प्रभु, त्रिविधताप निवारण हे विभु। अज जमनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां, शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम्, शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम्। प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम्, प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम्। मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ ध्वजा, मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनोहरि। ओम आवाहनम न जानामि न जानामि विसर्जनम, पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर। ओम गच्छ गच्छुर्श्रेष्ठ स्वस्थानि परमेश्वर, यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छुतासना। ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया, येषामिन्द्रि वर्षामो हृदयस्तु जनार्दन। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुर्भाग् भवेत्। मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सदाशिव, यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे। ओमसतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय। गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्निस्वस्थाने कुण्डमध्यतः, हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे। ब्रह्मज्ञये नमः। ओम त्वमेव माता च पितः त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, आदिशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, उदयशाह जगन्नाथ की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। बोले श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की, बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की। Shubhamastu. Blessings to all devotees. Kindly be seated.
Sit down, everyone. I was tasked with the responsibility this evening to move the vote of thanks, and I First, want to thank our Paramarcharya for taking the time to lead us in devotion and sharing such enlightening discourse. To Pandit Chandradev ji, who would have been here quite early, conducting our puja, special thanks to him. Our spiritual leader, Pandit Balaram Prasad, Gurumai, we are quite happy that you would grace us with your divine presence. Our revered Pandits who are here this evening, Pandit Umada ji, Pandit Roshan and his wonderful family, Pandit Vinayak and his family, our Mahapad ji, Pandit Uttam, who is here at the back with his family. We are quite happy that you all would have taken the time to be with us this evening. To our Shrotas, the Barrington family, who sat quite devotedly and performed their puja, special thanks to you. To Darren ji and his wonderful group, wonderful singing, we are quite happy that you would have added to our devotions this evening. To Dr. Vedavid Manik, who would have been here last night, he's here again for the second night. We are quite happy to have you with us, Doctor. To members of the various Mandirs, this community, those who would have journeyed from far near to be with us, we are very, very grateful for you being present to our yagya this evening. To Pandit Mandir ji, the Managing Director of ITV, and Vivek, his wonderful team, for the media coverage. We want to thank you all. And this is being sponsored through the kind compliments of Mr. Bisram Minimat, DT's Auto Supplies, and Dave and Sharma and family. Mr. Farid, his brother Shahzad, and the other team who would have assisted us with the PA system. We are very grateful for your assistance this evening. Pandit Kishanji and his dynamic team who would have prepared our meals today. To Uncle Boywa, these members of our Mandir don't like their names being called, but I still have to mention the kindness. Uncle Boywa, who would have sponsored the Parasad, and he would have also made the Parasad this evening. Special thanks to you. To our hardworking devotees of our Mandir, who would have assisted in Kashokain, those who would have assisted also in the packaging of meals, Parasad, those who would have cleaned and prepared our Mandir and ensured that everything was in place for this evening's devotion. I must mention that the Sangre Grande police, they are making regular patrols, and this is led by PC Nanan, and I must show gratitude to these officers for their hard work. Devotees, as we come to the end, I want to let you know that our meals and Parasad will be distributed on the outside. So when you exit the front door, it's, well, to my left, it will be to your right. And that outside area, if you wish, it's pre-packaged. So if you wish to take it away with you, you can feel free to do so. If you want to stay and dine in, you can feel free to do so as well. I want to wish you a very safe trip back to your relevant homes. And we do hope that you will come tomorrow night to join in our final night of devotions. Sitaram.